Hi guys!
Hello.
Welcome to a Reddit episode. We're doing Am I the Assholes today.
Yes, we are.
And let's get into the first
Let's-
episode. The first story.
Get it, girl.
The title of this story is Am I the Asshole for Embarrassing My Boyfriend by Calling His Mom a Stranger when she tried to hug me at his birthday dinner? I, 19 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 21 male, for almost a year now. He's sweet and kind, but there's always been some weird tension around his mom. He always says she's just protective, but honestly, she's cold to me. She never remembers my name, calls me the little girlfriend, and once asked if I was still in high school. I'm not, and she knows that I'm not. This weekend was his birthday, and I was invited to a family dinner at a nice restaurant. It was the first time I'd see most of his extended family. When we got there, his mom walked straight up to me with her arms out and said, "Come here, sweetheart, give Mama a hug." It looked like she wanted to look like a sweet, good person in front of everyone. At least that's what I think now. I kind of froze. We've never hugged before. She usually avoids even making eye contact. I didn't know what to do, so I awkwardly stepped back and said, "Sorry, I don't really hug strangers." Everyone at the table went dead silent. She looked stunned. My boyfriend looked furious. I sat down and tried to move past it, but the whole dinner was icy. On the way home, my boyfriend yelled at me and said I humiliated his mom on his birthday. He said I should have just gone along with it and been polite. I feel like I was just being honest, and I didn't mean it in a mean way. I was just caught off guard, but now I feel terrible and like I ruined everything. So, am I the asshole? I don't necessarily think you're the asshole, but
No.
like if I were in that situation, yeah, I probably would have just given her a hug and like went on with my day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then would have been like, "Oh, she's so annoying. She thinks
Yeah.
like she wants to look good in front of everyone."
You also could have been like, "Oh, I don't really hug people." Like, you didn't have to be like, "I don't hug strangers."
I mean,
Like-
I'm sure she was hugging other people though, so that would have been like a really
That's true.
terrible excuse. I feel like just hug her.
Yeah.
And then, but honestly, who cares if she's a
Yeah.
bitch to her?
Honestly, if someone's mom is a bitch to me, then the relationship is not going to work.
Right.
So you should just break up with him.
Yeah, I agree. And you're 19, so it's like fine.
Yeah. Not her being 19 and being like, she thought I was in high school.
Yeah, like you were 6 months ago.
Like, what the fuck? You actually just were. I fear that she's a little bit of an asshole.
Really?
I think so.
I feel like
She's acting like she's like 30.
yeah,
And
she
the mom
is.
was like, "Aren't you in high school?" Like,
Mhm.
girl, you're 19. He probably has had like 25 girlfriends and she can't keep up.
Yeah, honestly.
But the hugging thing, she shouldn't have done that.
But like the mom, just be nice. Like why can't the mom just be nice? She's a little girl.
Yeah, I agree.
She's literally a little
She's
girl.
literally, her mom's probably intimidated by her.
Why?
She's probably like, "Oh, she's stealing my son."
Oh my god, please no. The top comment says the mom, "Come here, give mama a hug." OP, "Oh my gosh, our first hug ever. How sweet." A little dig, a little rub, subtle enough that maybe not everyone notices, but she'd get the message.
That would have
see.
been
What?
That would have been good. He's saying like she should have said,
like-
"Oh my gosh, our first hug."
Oh, right.
'Cause
That'd
then
be
that-
a good, because then
right.
it'd be like passive aggressive, but
Yeah.
it'd be like not,
Like-
you're a stranger.
I don't hug strangers.
Yeah.
Like, girl.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've never hugged me before.
Oh wow, we're hugging now.
Yeah, oh my god.
It's
And
great.
then hug her, like whatever. But I don't know.
But yeah, I think that the boyfriend was right to be like upset
Mm-hmm.
because that's
And it's his
rude.
birthday. Like you're gonna make drama at his birthday.
Yeah, it's
Just let go. Let it go.
Just who cares? Just hug the girl.
Yeah, just
It
hug her.
doesn't matter. Okay. Next one. Am I the asshole for asking my wife to pack up the unused nursery so we can use the space in our home? My 32 male wife, 29 female, and I have been trying to start a family for 7 years. We've never had a positive pregnancy test. Nothing traumatic happened, just no success. Despite this, we've had a fully decorated nursery set up the entire time. It's never been used. My wife has always dreamed of becoming a mother. It's been her main focus for most of her life. Even when we were teenagers, this was her only goal. It's still something she talks about constantly in therapy, both solo and couples. Recently, she started flipping houses and working as a realtor. This business is great for her, but it's taken over the house, mainly our dining table. We no longer eat together. Because of it, she eats in front of the TV, I eat at the breakfast bar. I suggested converting the garage into a dedicated office space to give her room and give us our table back. She said no, as it would be too expensive. I maybe foolishly asked if she'd consider using some of her family nest egg money to help fund it, and she flipped. I got the couch for a few nights over that. Later, I suggested packing up the unused nursery to free up space and maybe put the baby items into the garage for storage. That also turned into a fight. I calmly explained that I just wanted to eat dinner with her again and maybe help her business by giving her more space. She said I was disrespecting her dream and not making changes to help us have a baby. She brings up how I have gone vegan like her, or how I haven't gone vegan like her, haven't cut out caffeine, junk food, or alcohol. I occasionally have a couple drinks with friends, not partying, too old for that. A few years ago, I got a semen analysis, no issues on my end. I suggested she get checked too, she refused. I didn't push it. It's her medical that isn't life-threatening. I also brought up IVF, surrogacy, fostering, and adoption. Every one of those got shot down. She only wants biological children that she carries herself. At this point, I feel like I'm living in a shrine to a life we might never have, while our current life falls apart around it. I'm not saying she has to give up hope, but it's been 7 years. The nursery isn't helping us start a family, it's stopping us from living in our home. Am I the asshole for asking her to let go of this space and make room for the life we do have? No.
She's so annoying.
I
You
when
can't
I
shoot down every single thing that could help you have a
Also,
baby.
if you do IVF, you can still carry the baby yourself.
And it's still yours biologically.
Right. So I don't understand.
And also, why are you not getting medically checked but then blaming him, saying you're not doing anything, but he got medically checked to see if his semen was okay? He's doing something more than you are.
Right.
You're just manifesting with a nursery room? Like, girl, you gotta make sure that your
Also-
tubes are all good and your
Your eggs,
yeah.
your chicken eggs.
Like,
I'm confused. Why did they set up an entire nursery for a baby that doesn't even remotely exist yet?
yeah, like it's not like
Like I get it, okay, but when I read the title when I was going through this, I was like, "Oh my god, like
maybe she had
you're
like
the asshole
yeah.
for sure."
But he said nothing traumatic
no,
happened,
he
so
said
clearly
we've just never had a positive pregnancy test.
so they've
Nothing
never
been
happened.
pregnant.
Yeah.
So why do you have a nursery?
That's crazy.
That's actually the
really
biggest
crazy.
way. Imagine if you made this room a nursery.
A nursery? Oh my god, that'd be wild.
And Jack was like, "Why don't you make it your office?" You're like, "No,
No. You're not
What do you
making
mean?
changes
I
to
want
have a baby.
I want to have a baby someday, so I'm gonna have a nursery now."
Yeah.
I feel like that's when you're single and you're trying to find a boyfriend so bad, so you never find one. I feel like that's happening to them with the baby room.
Yeah.
But that's just my brain.
No,
being crazy,
I know what
but
you mean. It's like when you're like trying so hard for
Yeah.
something that it's like
It's
never
not happening.
even though there's a lot to
Yeah.
obviously getting pregnant than that. But
Right.
like that's very true when you're like when you want a boyfriend so bad and girls like that just are searching so hard for a boyfriend and they can never find one.
No. And also when you have a boyfriend, but he like doesn't really like you,
Mm-hmm.
so you're like trying so hard to be like, just pay attention to me, just pay
Yeah.
attention to me, and you like it's like squeezing a dog,
And
they
it's
just want to
so
get the fuck away from you.
frustrating.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is an edit. It says, after reading the comments, I decided to focus on myself for a bit and start my own project. It may be petty and a complete depletion of my savings, but I'm going to convert our garage into my own bar/eating area. Is this real? Into my own bar/eating area. I texted my friends and asked if you would be willing to help set up or decorate, since I want this area to be a place where I can entertain guests. They're excited to work on this project with me. I get my own place to relax, and she gets to keep her shrine. I appreciate the women sharing their pregnancy journey, especially if they went through IVF. I understand that my wife's views on IVF are ridiculous, and she is greatly misinformed. I apologize. It's a sensitive topic.
Why are you making a garage into an eating area? That sounds yucky.
I mean, if they're going to close out the whole garage and make it a room,
I guess,
it's
yeah.
not yucky.
That makes sense.
But why do they have like a nest egg fund? She has a nest egg fund?
What does that even mean, nest egg?
Like money saved for
a baby?
That doesn't even exist yet. Are you supposed to do that?
Well, probably if you're planning on having children,
Right,
it's good
okay,
to have
that's
money set
true.
aside for them, I guess.
I don't know. Your wife should probably find a new therapist because this isn't healthy.
Yeah, she's very unhealthy in every sense of the word. She's unhealthy.
I just don't get why she doesn't want to go get checked.
I know.
Like if your biggest thing is wanting to have a baby
Wouldn't you
and
be
you're
trying
not, yeah,
everything?
and you're not getting pregnant, I guess like the fear of knowing that you can't get pregnant would be like awful, but
Worse
like,
than just like keep on trying and
but
then
isn't that kind of worse to just be like disappointed every month and not know why and not know if there's a fix for it?
also when you're infertile, like that doesn't mean that you can't ever have a baby.
Yeah,
Like that's being
I mean,
sterile.
she's 29, so she's got like they've been
At
trying to
least
start a family for
7
7
years.
years.
Yeah. They could the she could go figure out what's going on, why she's infertile, what and then the doctors could give her recommendations on what to do to make her fertility better, and then she could try to make it better
Oh my
and maybe have
god.
a baby. Cuz like what
It's not getting get better.
well, Trisha Paytas, she was like infertile for years and years and years, and then
Mhm.
they did this thing that cleared out her like tubes, and then they got pregnant really quick after that.
Cleared out the
Yeah, I
tubes.
don't really know what it's called, but
That's crazy.
they did something
Yeah,
that
I
like
mean, her
something with her
hormones could
tubes.
be off. Like, we don't know what she looks like, what her life is, what her medical history is, but eating vegan and not eating caffeine is probably not the answer.
No, you should
If it's been
probably
7 years,
get some medical advice.
yeah, like maybe if it's been like 6 months, then you'd be like, okay, well, let me be really healthy. But 7 years?
But vegan is not equal healthy.
Well, yeah, but
Like it actually equals probably less healthy because it's made with all chemicals. I was a
yeah. Well,
vegetarian for
unless you're
7
like
years.
raw vegan.
All raw vegan is terrible for you. You shouldn't
Why?
cuz all you're eating is raw fruits and vegetables. We need
Well, you
protein,
can have beans.
raw beans,
Like pinto beans. Or what are those beans? Chickpeas.
raw chickpeas.
Yeah, like in a salad.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to eat about
I
seven
don't
pounds a
know.
day of that.
I tried
Raw
to be
vegan is
vegan.
so bad and unhealthy for
Yeah.
you. You're literally probably gonna be less fertile if you do raw vegan.
I was vegan for like 3 days and then I ate
I
cheese.
was vegan for 6 months and vegetarian for 7 years, and
That's crazy.
I definitely was way less healthy when I was vegetarian. It was like more
Mm-hmm.
part of my eating disorder that kept me
Yeah,
being vegetarian because then I could
same.
say, "Oh, I'm not able to have this, so I have to have salad like at dinners and stuff."
Mm-hmm.
It was just free like that. I started at the end of like 7 years when I started eating meat again. My hair was like thinning. I was like
Really?
so tired all the time. I was definitely lacking like so much iron and vitamins and just and not everyone obviously is like that, but I was eating all like meat substitutes, which is all
Yeah,
made out of
it's so bad.
chemicals, and it's like
Yeah.
no, you should probably just eat you're better off eating grass-fed beef like 10 pounds a day than eating meat
Mm-hmm.
substitutes that's made out of chemicals. It's so bad for you.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But I thought it was so healthy. I was like, "Oh, this Boca burger is so much healthier than meat."
Ew. Those are not good either.
They're so bad. It's
Like, they
really
don't even
crazy.
taste good. I know.
But
I was a vegetarian in high school.
that was like what everyone thought. Like everyone just thought that was healthier just cuz it's vegetarian, but it's
There's
not.
so many fads. It's like, just
I
fucking,
know.
just eat.
It's so annoying. And I was influenced by Freely the banana girl. I used to eat like 20
Who?
bananas a day. She ate like 30 bananas a day. Freely the banana girl. You never watched her?
That is like 10,000 calories.
Yeah. She was crazy. Or did you ever watch Raw
I know.
Christina
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Raw Vanna?
I watched the one of the Raw girls,
Oh my god, they
but
were.
not like that. I
I
just know
used
who
to
they
watch
were.
all of them, and I would do Raw till 4. I did that for a couple months too, and like it's just so crazy, because ugh, I hate it.
No.
Like just eat a regular diet, and you'll be
My eating
fine.
disorder was like, I'm gonna have one yogurt in the morning with strawberries, and then I'm gonna have a Cliff Bar.
Cliff Bar is crazy, because that's like 300
I know.
calories.
But that's all I ate all
Yeah,
day.
that's so bad for
And
you.
honestly, that's basically my diet now.
And that's why that's just like makes you. It's crazy because once you realize like science actually is real,
That's crazy.
you are you were losing fat way slower when you
Mm-hmm.
eat like no
Well, I
calories.
also weighed 110 pounds. I
I know you
didn't
didn't
need
need
to be losing weight. Like, if
I
anything, I needed to
I
be.
did. I was a heavy girl.
Stop. No, you weren't.
How is chunky?
When? When you were 12?
Yep.
Okay. No, that's because you were 12. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I had a lot of baby fat.
Everyone, I feel like, as a female, when you're, like, going through puberty, you get, like, puffy.
Yes.
Because my boobs were big.
My whole body was puffy.
Yeah. But that's pubert.
I know, but, like, you don't know that at the time.
No.
You're just insecure because you see Tumblr and that
Yeah,
was, like,
I didn't
big
have
Tumblr.
Tumblr when I was in middle school.
Oh.
Well,
yeah, I did.
maybe, but I had MySpace. And pop culture magazines. Like, whatever those were called.
Oh my god, I used to have so many magazines.
I know, with the posters.
I loved magazines. Okay, the title of the next story is, Am I the asshole for getting my apartment complex to have adults only days at the apartment pool? I live in a military town, and my apartment complex is pretty close to base. As a result of this, my complex is 90% young singles or young families. I, 25 female, work as a nurse and live alone at my apartment complex. I get stuck inside so much at work, so I cherish my outside time. I like to sit on the loungers by my apartment pool and read books. A few weeks ago, I was reading by the pool, and some asshole kid with a water gun came up to me and sprayed my book beyond repair. The mom was apologetic but didn't offer to replace my book, and I immediately went to the office and reported them. The family got a 1-month ban from using the pool for breaking its rules, and the mom was furious with me. The pool has a really extensive usage agreement that everyone has to sign, detailing behavior not allowed, mostly due to bad kids and a creepy guy that used to live here. That's a whole nother story. Anyways, I asked the office lady if there were any hours where kids weren't allowed, or if they would ever consider making adult-only pool days. I was honestly exhausted because there are so many badly behaved kids at the apartment pool. Most of these dependopotamuses suck at disciplining their kids where I live, but maybe it's just Gen Z in general, to be honest. I would probably suck at parenting, which is why I don't have kids. I'm too soft and don't like telling anyone what to do. She said it was a good suggestion, and if I started getting a petition, the owner of the complex would probably approve. Well, I did, and I got 150 signatures. I posted it on the door to the mailroom. It was approved that no children are allowed on Sundays. So many women are complaining on the complex's Facebook page about it, but I've been this past Sunday, and y'all, it was so peaceful. No screaming kids, no water guns, no crying, and I could even get in the pool. I don't think 1 day out of 7 days a week is super unreasonable, and a ton of other people agreed. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
No, because if that kid had sprayed
If them
my
kids,
fucking book,
I would have been so mad.
I would have beat his ass.
Also,
Sorry,
why are you not offering to pay for someone's book?
I would have.
I would have been like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
like, I will buy you a
please
new
order
one,
you a
or
new
like
one?
Venmo you right now
Yeah,
for that book.
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
And the way that if that happened to me, I'd be like, oh my god, no, like, you don't need to do that.
Right. And then it would be
But,
like, whatever.
yeah.
But just to be like, oh, I'm sorry, my kid did that, and then nothing
Wow.
after that, yeah, I'd be pissed too.
No.
I'd be going on a
Well,
rampage
then you know
too.
what? Your kid's dead now because I killed him. Ruin my book, I kill your kid.
Oh my god, I'm
sorry. Oh, like not actually, but no.
Yeah,
Control.
Sundays are peaceful days. So get out of my face with the squirt gun.
Honestly, that's a sick idea. That should be a thing.
Because kids do be getting so
when
annoying.
we were at the pool, those kids were fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's so annoying. And then it's like, okay, a public pool that's not like we used to have like Splash Landing in our town where it was like made for kids. They had like little slides and everything.
Right.
But a public pool at an apartment is not time to give your kids free reign to do whatever they want and go wherever they want and jump in the pool crazy next to people. Like, it's a public pool.
Yeah.
You need to teach them how to be respectful to their neighbors because this isn't just your pool.
No.
Even that whole group that were playing loud Christian music.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting pissed.
I know.
Like, do they not realize this isn't your backyard pool at your house, dude?
I'm sorry that you decided to live in an apartment and now you're having a cookout at the pool. Like, you can do that.
You can do that, but be respectful.
Be respectful. Like, we were sitting there and you picked up all the chairs behind us. Like, what if we wanted to do that?
Also, I had my music on first.
Yeah, you
and they
did.
put their music on
On
blasting.
100
You couldn't
volume.
hear my music anymore. Like,
No.
oh, and you didn't even ask, like, hey, is it okay if we.
What? Is it okay if we play our church music?
I would be like,
no.
oh, well, you can put it on, but I'm also listening to music. So if you could just
Right.
leave it at like a good volume, and then all of your 20 friends and family are coming.
Yeah, and they all just were around us.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God, that made me so mad. The
mhm.
people that don't have any respect for the fact that it's like public common space, you're not
They,
the only one that pays
yeah. Yeah,
$2,500 to live
exactly.
here. I want to also be able to relax
Yeah.
at my pool on a Saturday,
With,
listen to some music. And I wasn't turning up my music because I didn't want anyone else to be
right.
annoyed by my music. Like,
Right.
you
Just no
you put your
spatial
music on like
awareness.
the volume that you guys can hear it, and then obviously I can hear it a little bit, but it's not blasting.
Yeah.
Also, not everyone is wanting to listen to worship music
We
when
should have started playing like
we're
dead demon music or
we're
something.
taking shots of nowadays in fucking deep
Yeah, we're
eddies.
like
Like, we're
taking
trying to have
shots,
fun.
and then there's just a bunch of kids running around.
Oh my God, I actually was so mad
You
at
should
that.
do a petition like this girl.
I feel like people probably complained about that because people complain at my pool a lot because people will be like being crazy and
I
stuff.
think everyone at that pool was invited to that party
I know.
because
Which
we
is,
were the only ones who were not brought a hot dog.
yeah, it's actually
And
crazy.
actually, you know what? If they had brought me a hot dog,
I would have been
wouldn't
like,
have been like,
yeah,
I wouldn't
imagine
have
if they
been
were
mad.
like, hey, because
We-
we're being so fucking annoying and loud
Yeah.
and rambunctious, you guys want a hot dog or
Also,
something?
thanks for saving our food.
Yeah.
By the way,
eating by the crows.
by the birds. We should have thrown all their food out. We should
I
have said, "Oh,
know.
the birds
Oh,
ate
sorry,
it all."
the birds stole it. It's in their nest
It's just
now.
in the
They
trash.
use- Dude, I can't.
Honestly, like, hate most people
I know, same.
in the world.
But it's crazy because I don't understand how people lack so much self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just they have
don't-
self-awareness and they don't care.
I feel like those people that act like that, they must not have anxiety.
Right. Because I'm so self-aware and anxious that,
Uh-huh.
like, I'm bothering someone that I'm going to make sure that I'm
Yeah.
being, like, to myself as much as possible.
Like, I am so crazy that I think I'm annoying my own friends.
Yeah.
When I'm hanging out with them
I
and,
know.
and we made plans together. I'm like, am I annoying?
I know. You're
I'm
like,
sorry.
Is it okay?
Is it okay that I'm even here?
That I'm
though-
breathing near you?
Is it okay that I'm here right now? That we're filming this?
No.
Okay, I gotta go.
You gotta get out of here.
Like, I don't want to impose on anybody
Yeah.
ever or inconvenience or annoy anyone.
Same.
But honestly, for some reason, when I'm in public and I have 1 to 2 drinks, I want to.
I wanted to annoy them so bad that day.
I know.
Because they were annoying me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make an annoy war.
I know. We should have.
And I did. I turned up my music really loud and then
remember
started
that.
playing EDM music.
I
But my
remember.
speaker wasn't as loud as them.
I know, so you still couldn't even hear it.
Ugh.
So,
So ban
ban
family
children.
gatherings at public
it
pools.
was a freaking 40 people deep event.
Wild.
That was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. Okay. Next story. Am I the asshole for refusing to do my boyfriend's laundry after he told his mom I don't do anything around the house? So I, 26 female, live with my boyfriend, 28 male. We've been together for 3 years, living together for 1. We both work full time, but I also cook, clean, do laundry, grocery shop, handle bills, and take care of our cat. He'll sometimes take out the trash or wash a dish, but that's about it. I've brought it up before, and he says he'll try to do more, but never really follows through. Last weekend, we visited his parents for dinner. Out of nowhere, his mom says to me, "So what do you actually do around the house? Boyfriend's name says you're not really the domestic type." I literally just blinked at her. I laughed awkwardly and said, "Well, if by not domestic you mean I do everything, then sure." She didn't laugh. He looked embarrassed, but didn't say a single word to defend me. On the way home, I asked him what that was about, and he said, "I just meant you don't really do housework." Huh? Oh, don't really enjoy housework. Dude, who does? I was mad. He apologized lightly and said it was just a joke. So I decided to take a little break from his laundry. I stopped doing his clothes completely, didn't say a word, just folded mine and left his in the basket. A week passed, then 2. I could see his pile growing. Finally, he asked, "Are you mad again or something? You haven't done my laundry." I just said, "I thought you said I don't do anything around the house, so I figured I'd give up the I'd live up to the label. Now he's saying I'm being petty and immature, and even his mom texted me saying I should let it go already. I told her I'd be happy to let it go right into the washing machine with the rest of his responsibilities. So, am I the asshole?
No.
No, and break up with him.
Yeah, and also never clean ever again for him. What do you mean?
I don't do Matt's laundry.
I don't either.
You don't do Jack's?
No. He usually does mine, but like
Oh, that's so
he doesn't
nice.
fold mine or anything. He just does it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. We just have certain like little jobs that we have just
Yeah.
like unspoken
Mm-hmm.
things that we both do
Yeah,
and split up
I
things.
feel like Matt and I just kind of both do everything.
Yeah.
We've always done our own laundry. Like sometimes I'll do it if I'm like home and he's going on a trip. I'm like, "Do you need me to do your laundry?"
Mm-hmm.
But he does not expect me to be doing that.
Yeah, sometimes to be nice, I'll fold Jack's laundry and put it away, but very rarely.
I did that today because he did mine
Yeah.
yesterday.
And then Jack will do that once in a while, but he doesn't know where any of my stuff goes, so I don't really
I
like when he
know.
puts stuff away.
That's what he's like, I don't know where any of this goes. I
Or
was
stuff
like,
to hang up and stuff.
figure it
I
out.
have like certain stuff I
Yeah.
like to hang and fold
Same.
and stuff. But dude,
That's crazy that
and
you
when I'm
do all
doing more
that.
stuff, like then you, because I usually cook even if it's not like a gourmet meal. I'm still like cooking
Yeah.
mostly for everything. And if Jack isn't like saying thank you and appreciating it, I'm like, I will make it known
I
that
will
he
take
hasn't
it
been
back.
thankful enough. Like,
Yeah.
you
I
need to
agree.
be thankful.
I literally stand there when I bring him his food when he's playing his game. I'm just like,
like, you're welcome.
I stand there like this. I'm like, and he's like, thank you. I'm like,
Yeah.
now you can have it.
And Jack like is very good at that.
Yeah,
like he's been
same.
even I just made ground turkey and mac and cheese last night,
Yeah.
and he's like, thanks
Oh,
Jamie
yeah.
for making
Aw.
dinner, and I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And if Jack will like I'll say thank you to him
Yeah,
obviously
of
when he does
course.
stuff. Like,
Yeah.
thanks for doing that. And it's just crazy to actually go out of your way to tell your mom that she doesn't like do anything.
And then to be talking to your mom again and she texts her saying, let it go already.
let it go.
I would say, all right, yes, I'm letting your son go.
Yeah, I'm letting him go into the trash.
He can be alone and figure it out by himself. Because if this 28-year-old man
28-year-old
cannot cook, clean, do his own laundry, grocery shop, and handle the bills and take care of the cat by himself, then he needs to go to the garbage where he takes the trash.
at
That's
least
all he
do
does.
some of them like man jobs.
Well, what is a man job?
Finances, please.
Really?
Yeah.
See, at my growing up, the finances my mom.
Yeah,
does.
same. But like for me,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
Jack.
wanna, yeah, I agree.
Like he's always like, that's why I need to handle the finances so you don't, because I get stressed about them.
Me too.
Because I'm like, oh, too much money, too much. And so he's like, that's why I need to do
Yeah.
that. So like you don't have to be stressed about it. And I'm like, yeah, you do need to do that. And then like trash, which she said sometimes he takes out. Jack does trash every day.
The way that
That's a man's job.
do you
me.
guys have, they pick up your trash.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
You have to bring it to the chute,
Yeah, the dumpster.
the dumpster.
Yeah, girl. It's
Ew.
so annoying. We don't take out the trash as often. That's probably why we got fucking fruit flies. But
That's crazy.
I know.
We had like a chute at our last apartment that was
I
just down the
know.
hall at least. But
Yeah,
to take
no,
it
we
to
have
the
to go
dumpster,
all the way to the dumpster, which
terrible.
is like where my car is parked.
That's awful.
So it's so annoying. But usually, like, if he was like, if you need the trash taken out, just take it out and put it by the door and I'll take it.
yeah.
And I'm like, but I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. Just come get it. But I'll compromise
Yeah, that's nice.
because I'm not trying to take it out.
Because trash is, to me, it's a man's job.
Yeah. I was
Anything heavy,
like, yeah.
anything like that.
See, it would be different if we lived in a house and it was like a pool and a yard and grass.
And then they do all that.
Right.
Mhm.
But like, there's nothing. What is he going to do? Water the plant that's on the balcony? Like,
no, you'll
that's
do that.
it. Yeah, I already do that. So, I don't know. She needs to break up with this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his mom can come do his fucking laundry. What a fucking pussy, dude.
They both work full time. Like, ugh, he's not even paying for stuff.
No,
like,
she should have said, if you want me to do all of this, I'm quitting my job and,
And
you're
you're
paying
paying
for
for
everything.
I don't
Point
like.
blank, period.
My mom does so much around the house.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she doesn't have a job right now, and my stepdad, like, he has a really good job that makes like a lot of money, but he still gets on her for not having a job.
Mm-hmm.
And she does so much, like, it's actually insane. She does everything. She
Yeah.
cleans, she takes care of the cats, she cooks, she does all the
They
whatever.
don't understand like what goes into.
Yeah. He finally realized after she's gone for 2 weeks, he's like, I didn't realize how much stuff you do.
Yeah.
Because it's just you wake up and it's all done for me.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, yeah, that's why he should be fine with you. That's your job to just take care of the house stuff,
Right.
especially because he makes fine amount of money. What, he wants you to go to work and make $15 an hour for
No.
1 day a week and like
That's
not
crazy.
make anything. You already
Mm-mm.
work. She wakes up immediately. She's like cleaning everything,
Cleaning.
deep cleaning. Like, oh,
Yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
so annoying.
I don't even deserve any, like, I don't clean.
You don't?
Not really.
I feel like you do.
I hate it. I have a cleaner.
Yeah, now, but you didn't always.
I'm just not organized. Like, if there's something on the couch, it will stay on the couch until I die. Like, I never, because, like, growing up, my mom did it for me.
Same.
So I don't think to do that stuff.
Me too.
So, and Matt's the same way. So we'll just live in this, like, clutter mess, and he gets stressed out. It doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, I
Like,
hate clutter.
it does not bother me even a little bit
I put
until it
all
gets
clutter
really
away.
bad.
Yeah.
And then I'm, like, overstimulated, and I'm like, holy shit, I gotta clean this up. But there's stuff on our kitchen table that's been there for like a year.
I have to like organize stuff just as long as everything has its space. Like everything needs a space and be put back.
My bathroom counter is all my products all over it.
That's how Jack is. He's like, I use it every day. I'm like, no, you put it in the drawer and you use it every day. You take it out and you put it back.
I know that's crazy. I try to do that, but I can't. Like, I just, once I put it on, I'm like, bye, and I'm done. And I'm gone. I'm already walking out of the room, still putting it on my face. Like, I'm already gone.
I can't.
But yeah, that's my story.
Ugh, I just hate like when stuff isn't divided equally, or at least one person's doing like this and then that's making up for all the stuff
Right.
that this person's doing. That's how I
But
feel.
the thing is, too, like, she's had conversations with him about it. He's gonna try to do more.
But it doesn't.
He never does. And I had this issue with Matt when we like really first started living together. I was like, you need to like help me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, I did that one thing. And I'm like, one time. Like, it needs to be done every time,
Mm-hmm.
not one time. Like, it doesn't seem like she's really that mad about doing all of this stuff. It seems like she's just mad that he told his mom she does nothing.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that he told her that.
That's crazy to go out of your way to say that.
It was a joke. You just won't really enjoy housework. Yeah, because everyone loves it so much.
No, who likes
A
housework?
little bitch.
Not me. I hate it
Same.
so much.
Unless I don't have a real job, then I love it.
Right, same. Then I will do it every day.
Yeah,
And
I would
you-
wake up like,
Mhm. I can't wait to clean today.
Yeah.
Except I feel like I'd just be so stressed if like I didn't have like financial. I think it's
I
because
would,
I've
and
always
they
been
would deposit the money into my bank account. What do you mean?
I think it's because I've always been so independent that I
Mhm.
never want to like fully rely on someone. Because at any point in
Yeah.
time, anything could happen.
I agree. I think the only time I'd ever feel like okay doing that is if I have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, like, what am I going to do?
Same. But even then, it's like then women end up wanting to leave their husbands and then they're trapped because they took care of the kids and then they can't get a job and then all this stuff. And like, ugh,
Yeah, that's true.
to be in that position, like, I would
Scary.
hate that, to have to rely on a man that you don't like anymore and you want to leave.
Okay.
The title of the next story is, Am I the asshole for expecting my husband to be home every night that we have his kids, my stepkids, at home? My husband has 2 kids from his previous marriage, both boys 12 and 14. They are sweet kids, but they're teenage boys. They're wild, they tend to get in fights, they're messy, and listening is not their best life skill at this stage of brain development. I do not have biological kids of my own. I met these kids when we started dating about 4 years ago, and we've all lived together for about 2.5 years. Long story, but we moved last summer about 60 miles from our old home. The move was because the boy's bio mom got remarried to a guy who lived in a different part of the state. To avoid the kids bearing the brunt of the commute, we agreed to move. My husband still commutes to work, and I work from home full time now. We have 50-50 custody of his kids. During the school year, we never have the kids on Monday or Tuesday nights. My husband enjoys playing in low-stakes bar poker games, so he generally does that on Mondays and Tuesdays. It's a very long drive to the venue where he plays, so he stays with friends near our old house on those nights and doesn't come home. Not my favorite arrangement, but I go out of my way to ensure he feels like he has autonomy to enjoy his hobbies, something he definitely didn't have in marriage number one. The issue has come up with regards to our summer custody schedule, which switches to 1 week on, 1 week off from the normal school year schedule. It recently came out in conversation that he expected to still play in his poker game on Tuesday nights during the summer and that he was fully planning on staying with friends and not coming home those nights. It has always been our understanding and agreement that he would be home any night we have the boys here. When I brought this up, he told me he didn't think it was a big deal to not be home one night a week and to expect me to handle everything on those nights. I am super comfortable being here alone with them. I'm super uncomfortable being here alone with them. They make me anxious. I hate when they fight, and I don't think it's my place as a step parent to discipline them. If they were kids who just read books and sat in silence all night, I might feel differently, but there's an always greater than zero chance that someone is literally throwing punches, and I have no interest in being solely in charge of that situation. I already am the default parent for laundry, school pickup, scheduling meals, and the primary caretaker anytime during school breaks since I work from home. I have clearly communicated to my husband how I feel about being here alone with them, so he is aware. Beyond how it impacts me, I don't think it's a great example for the kids either. It's not like my husband is on work trips. It's like, hey, dad would rather play poker than be here with you. I just feel like being part of being a parent is you have to plan your life around kid stuff. My husband already has it easier than most because of the joint custody and the fact that I'm happy to sacrifice some of the days we would have alone for the two of us so he can pursue this hobby. So serve it to me straight. Am I the asshole here? My husband is making me feel like I am, but I just feel like this is me making a reasonable risk, making a reasonable ask, and trying to set a very legitimate boundary. What the hell? Pursue this hobby?
Hobby?
Come home and take care of your kids. What the hell? I never had these
Why
kids.
can't he just go every other week to the poker?
Play poker online.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like, do you need to go every week?
Or when your kids are there, I think you just don't need to go. You need to be home, take care of your kids that
That's what
you
I'm
had.
saying. Like, go the week that you don't have your kid.
Yeah.
And don't go that week. Like, why do you have to go every
Every
week
week.
to play
Or are you
low stakes
you
bar
have another
poker
family
games?
in this town? And you're spending time with those kids that you had? Like,
No.
that's what it's giving. It's giving you have a double life or something. Because why are you need to go every
And then
Tuesday?
also, you are sleeping over at your friend's house?
As a grown man with children and a wife at home?
It's not that weird to go, like, if you're like, I don't know.
If you went on a trip once in a while, but every week you're sleeping at your friend's house. Once a week.
Is he gay?
Maybe. Maybe he's having an affair with his boyfriend.
I think he might be. I think this girl needs to become friends with his ex-wife
Yeah, same.
and be like, you gotta fucking tell him to not leave me alone with these shits.
Yeah. Like, I don't.
It's not even about that. It's like, why?
She does everything else.
The kids are gonna be like, why am I here and my dad's not?
Not here.
Like, I might as well not even be here. I know
Right.
it's just one day, but like, it's one night and then he's gone all night, and then what time does he get back in the morning?
And you have split custody. Don't you want to hang out with your kids when you're able
Right.
to?
And it's also crazy that she does
Everything.
Scheduling school pickup, meals, primary caretaker during school
And he's
break.
obviously not even thankful for that at all because he's like, oh, you can do it. And just assumes that she can
my
take care of
God.
them.
Did she say their ages? No, she
I
didn't.
don't think so, but they're
Damn.
obviously like, no, they're 12 and 14.
No, I meant them.
Oh.
Husband.
12 and 14? No, that sounds like my biggest nightmare.
Oh,
Kids
stinky.
that aren't mine also.
At 12 to 14.
And 12 and 14. Boo.
Boo.
Barf.
Tomato. Honestly, though, like, I would just play Fortnite with them if it was me.
Yeah, but
I'd be like, let's play Fortnite.
I don't
And
know
they'd
what I
probably
would do
love
with
me.
them. Probably.
Let's
Play Fortnite all night long.
Let's play Fortnite. Dad's gone. Woo! Maybe I should be a stepmom.
Yeah, honestly. The top comment says, back when this was happening to my brother and I, there was no 50-50 custody,
Mhm.
so maybe people just view it differently now. But for us, if we would go to my dad's house for a weekend and he wasn't available, we'd be wondering why the F we were there. To hang out with our stepmom, who we didn't really get along with anyway, when we could have been home instead with our stuff and our friends. Yeah, that's how I would feel too.
Mhm.
Like, because my dad, I was with him every Thursday and then every other weekend. And I didn't even want to go there in the first place.
Not
Like,
the
love you,
Thursday.
dad, but like, that wasn't my home base.
Right.
So I didn't really like going there because it felt like I was just like I was staying over somewhere.
Every Thursday's crazy.
I know why. I don't know.
Why? Just one
Every Thursday
random
and every
day.
other weekend, it was weird.
That is so strange.
And like, I had a room there and everything, but it was more like a hotel room that I would stay at every week.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, even though I was like close with my stepmom and my stepsisters and stuff, I still would rather be at my home, my house.
Ooh, somebody said, please wake up. You serve as free childcare and someone to split the bills with so he can gamble more. He gets a maid that pays half the bills, watches his kids so he doesn't have to pay child support, and he's out sleeping around 2 nights a week. I say this in the kindest way possible. What the F is wrong with you that you can't see what this is?
Yeah, also, like, gambling is a no for me. Stop.
Somebody said it's called being a bang nanny.
Bang, nanny. OP said, thank you. This is exactly my point to him. The kids never outright say it, but they're always kind of like, oh, so why are we here if our dad isn't? We have a fine relationship, but they don't want to hang out with me. They want to spend time with him. Exactly.
Yeah, because who is that lady? It's not my freaking mom
Yeah.
and it's not my freaking dad. Why would I want to hang out with this freaking woman?
And it's not even like they've been together for a really long time since they were little.
No.
So it's not like they have like that close of a relationship. It would make sense if they
Yeah.
were like that was like
And
the second mom kind of
also,
vibe.
it's not like he's going out and like flying airplanes, like little, whatever the like toy airplane. It's not like
Yeah.
he has like an actual hobby.
Or
It's
like
not like
building a Lego set or
going
something. Like,
bowling or
yeah.
like going to play like Dungeons and Dragons or something like
You have a
fun.
gambling addiction.
He's literally gambling away money and you're stuck at home with his little brats.
And that's an addiction if you have to do it once a week, every week, and you
He
can't
does
take
it
off.
every Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. Or 2 times a week. Yeah. Every week. And you can't take off. You're like,
That's
have to.
crazy.
Yeah. It's wild.
There has to be some bitch there that he's fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
Or guy.
Or a guy. But he's cheating. That's for sure.
For sure. If I'm married and my husband's staying out 2 nights a week.
Dude, what the hell? That's wild.
And he's not like, I don't know, staying with like a family member in the hospital is dying or something, then you need to come home.
And why don't you want to come home? It's
I'll
the weird
pick
part.
you up. If you're drunk, I'll get you an Uber.
It's just because it's far away, I think. I don't think it's because he's drunk. Because, like,
Bruh.
if it was, then just don't drink and come home.
What do
to
you
your
mean it's
wife.
far away? It's a very long drive to the venue. Break up with this man. Divorce him.
Seriously, I'm so over him. Yeah. Okay, well,
All right, guys.
I think that's all the stories that we're going to do for today.
Yeah.
So, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the stories. Comment down below.
Yeah. Let us know.
Like the video. And
That's all.
that's it. Love you guys.
Bye.